Hello guys, welcome to the video lecture. In this video lecture, I am going to teach you the concept of orthographic projections of lines. So as I said that in the previous class, we have discussed about four quadrant system. That is about projections of points. So point may be situated in any quadrant. But if we coming to the lines, here we can discuss about only first angle and third angle projections. And if we coming to the first quadrant and third quadrant, here first quadrant that means above HP and in front of VP. And similarly, if we coming to the third quadrant, this is behind VP, similarly below HP. But according to the BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, we are going to follow first angle projections. Indians are preferring first angle projections and US people are preferring third angle projections. So we are going to discuss about first angle projections in the lines, that means problems on lines, planes and solids. We will be discussing only with the first angle projections. That means we will have the conditions that is above HP and in front of VP. This condition is repeating in every problem. We will have the same condition in every problem. So now let us see the concept. Similarly, the position of a line with respect to the HP and VP. Yes, if we coming to this particular point, here we can see the definition to the line. That means the shortest distance between two given points is called a line. And here the two ends of a line are points. So if we come into the projections of line, the projections of a line can be drawn by joining the respective projections of its end points. Now here we can see the positions of a line with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here a line may occupy an infinite number of positions in space with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. The various positions may be classified into the following types. So here we can see there are four types of positions of a line with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Now we can see possible positions of a line with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. So the first position, that is a line parallel to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. Now we can see the line according to this condition, line parallel to both HP and VP. Yes, here we can see the position of your line with respect to the HP and VP. We can assume this one as vertical plane and this one is horizontal plane. And this is our line. So our condition is line parallel to both HP and VP. So let us see the position of your line. Here this line is parallel to the vertical plane, similarly parallel to the horizontal plane. So when we are having a line in this way, so here decide the view to be drawn first. How can we decide in which view we will get the true length? Initially we should complete that view. So in the front view we are able to see the true length of the line. So if we project this one onto the vertical plane, we will be getting true length. Similarly, if we project this one onto the horizontal plane, we will be getting true length. So in this way, we will be getting the projections of a line. So we can see the projections in the next class. Here we are looking on the various positions of a line with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. This is the position of a line when the line is parallel to both HP and VP. Yes, now let us see the next condition, that is line contained by one plane and parallel to the other plane. So according to this condition, there are two possible cases. The first case, that is 1.1a, line contained by HP and parallel to the VP. So we can see the position of a line according to this condition. Remember this one, line contained by HP. Contained means that is touching with the HP and parallel to the VP. So we can see this one. Yes, here this line is contained by HP. HP means that is touching with the horizontal plane. So if you observe this line is located on the horizontal plane, contained by horizontal plane, and it is parallel to the VP also. So if we coming to the front view, we will be getting the front view exactly on the reference line. Similarly, if you see the top view position, similarly actual position of the line, both are same. So we can see the construction of projections of this particular line in the next class. Here we can see the position of a line that is contained by HP, similarly parallel to the VP. And similarly we can see the another condition also, line contained by VP. So here we can see contained by VP, that means touching with the vertical plane and parallel to the horizontal plane. So this is contained by VP, similarly parallel to the HP. So if you see the front view position, actual position, both are same. And if we coming to the top view, we have to see the top view in this direction. So that time we will be getting the top view exactly on the reference line. Yes, now coming to the 1.2 condition, that is line contained by both HP and VP. That means line is touching with horizontal plane, similarly vertical plane. So that is exactly on the reference line. We can see the position according to this condition also. That is according to 1.2. Yes, here we can see the line that is touching with the vertical plane, similarly with the horizontal plane. That means it is contained by both HP and VP. So we will here if we see the top view in this direction, we will be getting the top view exactly at this actual position. Similarly, we can see the front view. In this direction. So front view position, top view position, actual position, both are located at same place. That means that is exactly on the reference line. Yes, now we are moving to the second condition, that is line perpendicular to one plane and parallel to the other plane. So according to this condition, there are two possible cases. That is, first one is line perpendicular to the horizontal plane and parallel to the vertical plane. Similarly, 2.2, line perpendicular to the vertical plane and parallel to the horizontal plane. So we can see the position of the line according to these two cases. See this one here, the line is exactly perpendicular to the horizontal plane and it is parallel to the vertical plane. So if you see the front view, we will be getting the true shape. But if we coming to the top view, we have to see the top view in this direction. So that time only topmost point is visible. That means this line will be visible as a point. So we can see the projection of a line in the next class. Here we are looking at the position of the line with respect to the HP and VP. So according to this particular position, initially we should complete the front view, because only in the front view we are getting the true shape. So with the help of true shape, that means front view, we will finish the top view. And now let us see 2.2, that is line perpendicular to the VP, similarly parallel to the horizontal plane. So according to this position, we will be getting the true shape in the top view. So initially we should complete the top view, because we will be getting true shape in the top view only. So after that, with the help of top view, we can complete the front view. That means in the front view, it will be visible as a point. That means this particular point is visible in the front view. Yeah, this is about second condition. Now we can move to the third condition. So if we come into the third condition, we have 3.1, 3.2. So if you observe 3.1 here, line parallel to one plane and inclined to the other plane. So according to this 3.1 condition, we have two possible cases. 3.1a, line parallel to the vertical plane and inclined to the horizontal plane. We can see the position according to this condition. Yes, this is very important position, because the line is having some inclination with respect to the horizontal plane. So we can see that one. Here always we should see the inclination with horizontal plane in this way. Here perpendicular to HP, 60 degrees inclined to HP, 45 degrees inclined to HP, 30 degrees inclined to HP, parallel to HP. So here always we should see the inclination with respect to the horizontal plane in this way. So if we coming to our condition, that is 3.1a, line is parallel to the VP, similarly inclined to the horizontal plane. So according to this position, decide the view to be drawn first. How can we decide it? How can we decide it? In which view we will get the true length? Initially we should complete that view. So according to this position, in the front view, we will be getting the true length. But if we coming to the top view, the length of the line will be reduced. That means top view dimension is reduced. So we don't know that reduction dimension. That means that reduced dimension. So initially we should complete true length. That means we will get the front view in this way, exactly on the VP. And if we coming to the top view, we can complete the top view with the help of front view. So we can see this construction in the next class. So here we have to see the position, that is important. So this is the inclination with respect to the horizontal plane. Now coming to the 3.1b. Yes, now we can see 3.1b here, line parallel to the horizontal plane and inclined to the vertical plane. So here this one is having inclination with respect to the vertical plane. And one more thing here I have to say, that is inclination with horizontal plane, that is denoted by theta. Similarly, inclination with vertical plane, that is denoted by phi. Remember this particular point. Here we have inclination according to this condition 3.1b, line parallel to the horizontal plane and inclined to the vertical plane. We are going to see this position, inclined to VP. Yes, now we can see the inclination of the line with respect to the vertical plane, and the line is parallel to the horizontal plane. That is another issue. And if we come into the inclination, it is not visible in the front view. In the front view, inclination is not visible. So we can see the inclination with respect to the VP. So all of you see this one. Yeah, here the line is inclined to the VP. So always we should see the inclination with respect to the vertical plane in this way. So here it is parallel to VP, 30 degrees inclined to VP, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees. 90 degrees inclined to the VP. So next our condition, he is inclined to the VP and parallel to the horizontal plane. So in the top view, we are able to see the true length of the line. So initially we should complete the top view. So with the help of top view, we will be getting the reduced dimension. That means in the front view, we will be getting the reduced length. In the front view, we will be getting reduced length. We don't know about that reduced dimension. So initially we should complete the true dimension. That means top view. We should complete the top view initially. So with the help of top view, we can complete the front view. That means we will be getting the reduced dimension. Yes. Yes. Now we can move to the 3.2 condition. Here line contained by one plane and inclined to the other plane. Contained means that is touching with that particular plane. So here in the 3.2, according to this condition, we have two possible cases. 3.2a, line contained by VP, that means touching with the VP, but that is inclined to the HP. So we can see this condition, this position with respect to the HP and VP. Yes, here line contained by VP, that means touching with the VP. But here the line must be inclined to the HP. So this is the position of the line according to the given condition. Line contained by VP and inclined to the HP. So always we should see the inclination with HP. So inclination, that is parallel to HP, 30 degrees inclined to HP, 45 degrees inclined to HP, 60 degrees inclined to HP, perpendicular to HP in this way. So our condition is contained by VP, similarly inclined to HP, whatever the inclination. So this is the position. According to this position, initially we should construct front view, because in the front view we will be getting the true length. So after that, if we see the top view, in the top view it will be reduced, the true length will be reduced. So with the help of front view, we can complete that reduced dimension, that means top view. So we can see this construction in the next video lecture. Yeah, now we can move to the 3.2b. Here line contained by HP, that means touching with the HP and inclined to the VP. Inclination with respect to the VP. So we can see the position of the line according to this condition. Yes, now we can see the line, that is this line is contained by HP, that means touching with the HP, and this line is inclined to the VP. Suppose this is the position that is parallel to the VP. here we are giving the inclination with respect to the VP, that is 30 degrees, 45 degrees, suppose 60 degrees. This is perpendicular to VP. So let me show you the inclination also. So here this is touching with the HP, that means contained by HP, and here we can see the inclination with respect to the VP. Yeah, this inclination with respect to the VP. So this is the actual position of the line according to the condition, that is contained by HP, inclined to the VP. So if we coming to this condition, initially we should complete the top view, because in the top view only we will be getting the true length of the line. So after that, for the purpose of front view, we should project the points from the top view, so that we will be getting the front view exactly on the reference line. According to the previous condition, we will be getting top view exactly on the reference line. But if we coming to this view, this condition, we will be getting the front view exactly on the reference line. Yes, now let us move to the last position of the line, that is line inclined to both HP and VP. Let us see the position of the line according to this condition. Yes, if we coming to this particular position, that is line inclined to both HP and VP. So if we coming to this one here, this line is having inclination with respect to the HP, but it is parallel to the VP. Let me show you this inclination also, and this line is parallel to the VP also, but we have to give the inclination with respect to the VP. So here this line is having inclination with VP. Similarly, this line is having inclination with respect to the HP also. This inclination with respect to the HP. Similarly, this inclination with respect to the VP. So when we are having the line, when we are having this position, it is impossible to construct the projections of the line directly. So we have three methods to construct the projections of the line when the line is inclined to both HP and VP. Now let us see those three methods. Yes, these are the methods of projections when the line is inclined to both HP and VP. So the first method is rotating a line method. Second method is trapezoidal method. Third method is auxiliary plane method. So but according to our syllabus, we are going to discuss about rotating a line method. So we can see the projections of the line when the line is inclined to both HP and VP in the sheet number 7. That means in the sheet number 6 we are going to solve first three conditions. That means positions of the line up to this particular position, up to the 3.2b, we can solve the problems in the sheet number 6. And if we coming to the last condition, we can solve the problems in the sheet number 7. So we are going to follow rotating a line method to solve the problems according to this condition. Yes, for the purpose of solving the problems on the lines, that means we should know some important points. The first point, that is the true inclination with HP, that is denoted by theta. Similarly, the true inclination with vertical plane, that is denoted by phi. And if we come into this paragraph, when a line is inclined to both HP and VP, that means according to the fourth condition, that means fourth position, the projections are shorter than the true length, and the inclinations with XY are greater than the true inclinations of the line. That means views inclination with XY are greater than the true inclinations of the line. So according to the fourth condition, we will be getting two types of inclinations. Those are true inclinations and apparent inclinations. So here the third point, the angle made by front view with XY is called apparent angle, denoted by alpha. Fourth point, the angle made by top view with reference line, that means XY, is called apparent angle, denoted by beta. And always apparent inclinations are always greater than the true inclinations. These are the important points we have to keep in our mind when we are constructing the projections of the lines. Yeah, this is about the theory behind the projections of the lines. So in the next video lecture, we can see the construction of projections of the lines according to these four conditions. If you like my content, please do subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.